Update, I got a part-time job that later went full-time for the summer after graduation. However, 3 weeks into working part-time, the Subaru blew the head gasket on the highway at about 45 miles an hour. The temp gauge redlined, and I had to pull over and call for help. My grandparents looked at the car and found that someone had run a lot of gasket sealer in it, and it was still in the coolant. The car was band-aided back together before my parents bought it and was then barely hanging on by a thread. It drove great, and I never pushed the car hard as I'm a slow driver. My parents claimed no prior knowledge of the problem, but their only real reaction was to shrug and say it was karma for making them get me the car in the first place. Well, that was a mistake because my grandparents were right there to witness that, and they tore into my parents like none other. My grandma told me to wait in my room and let them sort this out. It was 2 hours before I was called back into the living room. My parents were on the couch, and both looked like they'd both been metaphorically hit by a truck. My uncle and 2 other relatives were there now, too. My grandparents had gotten it out of them, and when they bought the car, they just looked for the cheapest thing they could find close in the area that still ran, and bought it, no questions asked. They didn't even bother inspecting the car, let alone properly read the ad. My uncle, who knows a thing or two about cars, told me that the engine would need to be rebuilt because the head gasket